Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show him skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show him skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing?
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, back 25. 53. All day, baby, all day, all day, all day. 36, 36. Wait. Check.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
51, check.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Let's go. Hey, we got number 50. Check. Hey, Haywood. Let's get off the field, D.
From the 38, Ryan. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, Echo.
I got it. Mike, 53. Mike. I'm going to run it.
From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Let's go.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally.
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Watch the run.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
First down, Cowboys.
There you go. 55.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
2nd and 2 at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
Check 55, Mike. Go, tackle, go. We got this. We got this. We're going to 54.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And a Cowboy 1st down.
Here we go. Go right there in the middle. 55. Kill. 26. Check out. 27. 26.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Grady Jarrett able to get him for a loss of about 3. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, Charlie. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
2 seconds to go, first quarter.
Hey, tight. Wait. Flare. Go.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A big run that time by Elliott. 71 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
They come out here in the eye. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Here we go now with Olawale. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jameis Olawale taking it in. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And, Charles, maybe that's one they had dialed up. Hey, if we're in a 4th and goal situation, we're going to our muscle.
And you can feel the boom, boom, boom all the way up here where we sit. The earth was shaking, and he found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but that's such a great guy to have around the goal line, isn't it?
Indeed it is. It's a great extra dimension to add to your offense. When you can finish things with power, that's hard for a defense to deal with.
That's it, fellas. We go front.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
I got you, boy. Hey, kill. 55. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Darren Lee gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch twins. Hey, kill. Kill. 26.
Now Elliott. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. 54, Mike, 54.
Throwing again. Ryan going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Wrap. Showing it.
To throw again. Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 53 yards as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this 1st half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check.
To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now it's Ryan. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's a depth.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Fowler in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Prescott now, buying time to his left. And he's going to go down again. Tack McKinley in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Prescott. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd.
47.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
You want this? Check 50, check 50. Check 4, check 4. Check.
A first down carry by Elliott. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go to Elliott again. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go. All right, hey. Nice, sweetheart.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
46.
Fourth down, Prescott. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Tack McKinley, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, kill. 47, 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
All day, dog. We're going to 52. 55, Mike, 55. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get 47. Alert 3. Alert 3. Switch.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Ryan to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And taken right at the 35. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set. 30 base. 54 miles. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Yo, faster. Big grip.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Ryan. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Darian Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Elliott. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 3rd down. It's Elliott, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early, I'm up. I can't spend the day.